Alright, this is going to be a studio breakdown showing how I have the audio and MIDI set up now that the Deluge is the heart of the studio. So starting off with the audio just briefly because it's pretty much the same. The synths all have their own channels with the exception of the OP1 and the TR09, which the OP1 runs into the TR09 and then they share a channel. The VT3 is actually the pocket piano running into the VT3. And let's see, there's insert effects on the Septivox over here, which has this lovely digital delay 3. And then the Minotaur is also running the digital delay 7 as an insert effect. I should note that the Visual Sound Liquid Chorus Echo pedal is running as a auxiliary effect, so I can route any of the synths or even the drums to that. So moving on to the MIDI now. As I said, the heart and soul of this setup is the Deluge, so this can control the MIDI channels for absolutely everything. Most of it is just running out and then goes into a MIDI merger splitter that's honestly not necessary anymore, but is just a remnant from the old system, which had the Electribe. From there, it gets all split up. Some of it's sent into the sub-fatty. Some of it goes around and gets branched out into the other synths. One of the notes on here, I do actually have, hiding back here, a MIDI plus USB MIDI host, and this has got a MIDI in signal on the back of it in a DIN MIDI. It actually has MIDI out as well, but I'm using the MIDI in, and then it's converting it to the USB MIDI so that I can sequence the OP1. That's going to be on channel 9, which... just to show, 11, just to show you. That's the OP1 that it's playing. Let's see, other than that, we've got the Septivox on channel 1, the sub-fatty on channel 2, MIDI channel 3 is the Minotaur. Channels 4 through 8 are various synth sounds on the Roland D20. Awesome vintage synth. We've got the electric piano. Let's see what else. On 5. Nice lush synth sound. 6. Love that sound. Also from the D20. Channel 7, can't go wrong with synth brass. Channel 8, nice kind of mellow synthy sound. Over on channel 9, that's what I'm running the pocket piano on. Let's see, this is channel 9 here. And then, as you could see, that keyboard can control everything. So all I have to do is select the MIDI channel. That's the Septivox playing up here. Channel 2, as I said, sub-fatty. Channel 3, Minotaur. And as I said, I already showed the rest of the channels on that. So this can sequence. It can also record directly from this keyboard. The other thing, I've got the keyboard output split, so it's sending it up to the ChordBot here, which is a new addition to the studio. So the ChordBot will play chords. This is right now sending chords over to the Minotaur, or actually, it's sending this chord over to the Deluge, which is then translating that signal into an arpeggio. So that's on here, and I have the arpeggio set to up, and it's on 2 octaves. So it's going 2 octaves up when I do that, you can see I can hold that chord just to demonstrate. All right, what else is there? I think that's pretty much it. As I said earlier, hinted at least, the pocket piano is running into the VT3, and so I can use that to control, get something held here. So I can mess with the pitch a little bit, format, get some interesting sounds going there, and then it's got this mix balance, which I like the scatter effect. It has a really interesting sound with a synth sound, and then also a reverb. So that's full reverb, full scatter, and let me see, just so you can hear what that scatter is doing. Kind of trails on there a bit. And also, I should note that this is technically a voice transformer, so I'm using it for a synth, even though it's not really designed to be doing that. You can get some really interesting effects with some of the sounds. I think megaphone. No, megaphone's boring. So some of these sounds sound good with voices. Like vocoder sounds pretty interesting with a synth. Some of them just sound really boring with a synth. The auto pitch does basically nothing. Synth is kind of adds some more texture, which is cool. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I've got everything set up here. If anybody has any questions, I also want to just note that I am running the main audio out into my computer, but that's literally just to record it on Audacity. Other than that, the computer has absolutely no part of this setup. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, drop a comment. See what I can do to help you all out.